This is our 2022 Japan Current Symposium. The program that we have is focusing on logistics and supply chains. This is really a vital conversation that we need to have to talk about connecting those trade networks and how we can continue to facilitate that exchange.
The Japan Currents program is one of 10 we're offering in the first 3 months of 2022. Offers local societies the chance to choose a topic that is of local interest and bring together speakers from Japan and the United States to address these issues.
Markets in the United States for a long time. We have 826 million square feet of industrial space in the DFW market. That's in the top 3 or 4 in the United States, biggest in LA, California.
Texas in general is a huge market. Dallas-Fort Worth, Houston, San Antonio are all really critical markets, and so the majority of companies are going to have a distribution facility somewhere in Texas, whether it's Dallas or closer to the Gulf. So the area drives a tremendous amount of commerce. If you look at the state of Texas and the statistics for imports and exports, it beats a lot of countries in Europe. I mean, it's just a massive economy overall.
The United States is the largest economy in the world, and Japan is now the third largest economy in the world. So we are both very important partners, big trade partners and investment partners. So economically, the U.S. Japan relation occupies a big space in the world economy.
You have common trade relationships like the Japan-US trade relationships where there's more in common than there is in difference. We really have to figure out how to utilize that in a productive way, more broadly than our two economies.
How much the technology and internet and those digital world advances, still the physical flow of the cargo remains. I think it is never going to go away.
Today we talk about logistics, so this is actually the mobility of the goods, right? So mobility of the people is very important. So, and then that has stopped. And then particularly Asian countries, Japan, and then also China, has had a strict border control.
Global GDP is in the world, and I wanted to show this because US and Japan are the top 2 and the top 3 in the world in terms of global GDP. When I think about supply chain, that's the most important number to me that exists anywhere. And it's the most important number that exists in a country because the numbers of the GDP drive supply chains in volume.
We've got to figure out how all of these parties can work together, have more predictive analytics in regards to what's coming, how much they can truly manage, and hopefully that's going to lead to, I think in the next 10 years, we're going to see tremendous breakthroughs in regards to how we react to what we've seen.
I think there definitely impact of Japan being very restrictive on foreigners coming in. Obviously, we do a lot of business on Zoom, but it's still important to see head-to-head, seeing the customers and the importer directly, and occasionally even myself. Every year I used to visit our top importers into Japan, the actual customers.
Logistics and trade is extremely important for our world. We are a global society. What is happening in one country is felt in another country, whether it's through our residents that have families overseas or ties. America is a country of immigrants, and so trade and logistics are extremely important here for families and communities that reside in the U.S., but also through commerce and business. And so when we have stronger relationships with Japan and the U.S. and other countries that we do trade with, we have more vibrant communities, we have more vibrant business climates, and it's just all around better for a global community. And we are a global community in a global world here, particularly in the United States.